So now it is my high honor and distinct privilege to introduce to you your Commander-in-Chief and a true champion of the men and women of the Armed Forces of the United States of America, the 45th President of the United States, President Donald Trump.
America is a peaceful nation, but if conflict is forced upon us, we will fight and we will win. Right, General? Right? Right? Better believe it, generals. They're the guys. We're powered by the unstoppable force of the United States Army, very special. With this new authorization, we will increase the size and strength of our military by adding thousands of new recruits to active duty, Reserve and National Guard units, including 4,000 new active duty soldiers. And we will replace aging tanks, aging planes and ships with the most advanced and lethal technology ever developed, and hopefully we'll be so strong we'll never have to use it. But if we ever did, nobody has a chance. It all includes 135 brand new, beautiful M1 Abrams tanks, 60 Bradley fighting vehicles, and over 3,000 Joint Light Tactical vehicles for the Army Armored Brigade Combat Team. New Black Hawk and Apache helicopters, finest in the world, for the Army National Guard. 77 F-35 Joint Strike Fighters, you know, that's stealth. I talked to a couple of pilots, great pilots. I said, how are they? They said they're hard to beat because you can't see them. It's always hard to beat the enemy when you can't see it. The greatest in the world. Full funding for the B-21 Raider bomber program, 13 new Battle Force ships and support ships, including a 4th Ford-class aircraft carrier and 3 additional lateral combat ships. Funding to modernize our nuclear arsenal, so important. We're doing a major upgrade of our missile defense. We're spending a tremendous amount of money on our nuclear arsenal. Nobody will have close. We will hopefully never, ever have to use it. But nobody will be close.
Space, the final frontier.
It may be the final frontier on Star Trek, but in real life, it's the next frontier for the military, with plans now unveiled for the 6th branch of service.
The United States Air Force.
And the first since the creation of the Air Force in 1947.
It is not enough to merely have an American presence in space. We must have American dominance in space.
The Trump administration wants to build this Space Force by reorganizing existing programs and personnel, creating an elite group of space war fighters, equivalent to the Navy SEALs or Green Berets, and asking Congress for $8 billion over the next 5 years, all part of a push to combat aggressive moves by Russia and China. President Trump today tweeting Space Force all the way, with his campaign asking supporters to pick their favorite logo, offering up 6 options.
Space Force.
The Space Force.
Space Force. People love that.
But retired astronaut Mark Kelly does not love it.
It's unnecessary bureaucracy and unnecessary costs, because currently the Air Force the U.S. Air Force is dealing with this threat adequately.
The Space Force needs approval by Congress. Only then can the president complete his mission to boldly go where the military hasn't had a branch before. Hallie Jackson, NBC News, Washington.